Hey, Pastor Joel here. It is Thursday, and a couple thoughts in my head just to share with you. And it's a kind of a deep question, but it is at the same time it's an elementary Christian question, but it really gets down to the foundation of life. And that is, what is the meaning of life? What is the purpose of our existence? Why do I even live here on this planet? And I think the very first thing that God revealed to me when I was a Christian back in 1986, I was 15, 16 years old. And first he gave me an eternity. Okay, he gave me a promise. At some point I'm going to die and be with him. But with that, it wasn't just eternity. With that, he gave me a purpose and a meaning for today. And we don't just float around here waiting for death. We actually have a purpose in our life. And so I guess right now, as I am a grown-up now, years later, I think about what is the meaning of my life, and we ask all good questions. How much do I need to have? What kind of nest egg do I have to have for retirement? How much do I have to save up for vacation? Where should we take vacation? What sports should my kids take? What job should I have? What job should I get rid of? Who should I marry? Should I stay married? That kind of thing. Those are all legitimate questions and real questions that we need to deal with at some point on this channel. But this is kind of just a kind of basic thought, but it's really important, is what is the meaning of life? What is the purpose of life? Those are all good questions about who I'm going to marry and what should I do with my life and when am I going to retire and how much are they going to, tax me this year, and how much is this going to cost me? How much should I save up for this? And those are all great questions, but the foundational question is, what is the meaning of life? Again, I want to be very clear. God is not just about the someday eternity. He's about the here and now as well. He doesn't give you just a hope for a tomorrow. He gives you a purpose and a meaning for today. And so there was a guy, a religious leader, who came up to Jesus to try to trap him in the book of Matthew. And he came up to Jesus, and it's a good question actually. He was trying to trick Jesus, but I think in his heart he was actually trying to get to the bottom line. He says, what is the greatest commandment of all the Old Testament? In my language today, I would say, what is the meaning of life? What is, get to the bottom line of the Bible, right? What is the basic principle of my life? And Jesus answered it in a great way. And he said two things. There's two commandments. Kind of boils it down into one, basically. But the basic commandment is love. To love people. Okay. The first thing he said is to love the Lord your God with all your heart, soul, mind, and strength. In other words, I'd like to boil it down even more. To love God with everything. Don't hold anything back. My question is, what's holding you back from serving God with everything? What's holding you back to give everything, your heart, your soul, your mind, and your strength to love God with everything? What's holding you back? There might be a few things. You might be too busy. Again, you can't truly love God with everything if you're always on the run, always busy, always kind of, trying to catch up with different things and doing that kind of things. And the reality is, we need to slow down and just love God. The second thing he said, not only love God, but is to love your neighbor as yourself. Now that doesn't mean your next door neighbor. It could mean your literal next door neighbor. If you're in an apartment, your next room over, your dorm room, your next room. But it means the people around you. It means loving the unlovable. It means it does mean loving your family, your husband, your wife, your kids, your grandkids. It means loving your neighbor as you love yourself. I don't really love myself. Well, you feed yourself. Why do I feed myself? Because I love feeding myself. I'm hungry and I want to take care of myself. I love coffee because I love it. So I really do take care of myself. It is usually about me. I go to work so I can get paid. I do work, because I feel fulfilled by working and that kind of thing. I do these videos because I love studying the Bible, that kind of thing. It's all about me a lot of times. But Jesus doesn't make it about us. He makes it about other people. And so who is someone right now that you need to start loving? Who is someone that you need to start putting them first and their needs first? Who is someone that you could pray for? And so for these just few minutes that we've been talking, I just want to remind you again to love God. What is life about? What is the meaning of life? It's about loving God with everything and to love your neighbor as yourself, to love people. Okay, so I had to sum it up in just the last few seconds of this video, is to love God, love people. Okay? And that's what life's about. And so the next thing that you do when you go out of your house or wherever you're at is to love the people around you and to thank God. God, thank you for my life. And I love you and I love other people. God bless you. Have a great day. We will see you next time.